Hello friends, welcome to Chemistry Nuggets, where you can polish your knowledge and clear your doubts. This is part 5 of the chapter number 2 is matter around us pure. In this part, we will learn about colloidal solution and its definition, its properties and about the Tyndall effect. So let's start the video, but before starting, let me remind you to subscribe the channel and press the like button. Colloid is a heterogeneous mixture in which solute particles are not dissolved but dispersed evenly in the medium. So this is the standard definition. According to this, it should be a heterogeneous mixture, first point, and in which the solute particles does not dissolve. This should be second point, and the third point is it should be dispersed evenly in the medium. So if any mixture fulfilling these 3 points, we can say that mixture is a colloid. Now come to the colloidal solution. It can be divided into 2 parts. As solution has 2 parts, solvent and solute, colloidal solution always has 2 parts. First one is dispersed phase, second one is dispersing medium. Same as solvent and solute. Here the solvent is dispersed phase and the solvent is dispersing medium. The dispersed phase is which is to be mixed. Second point is it should usually be in the small quantity. What is dispersing medium? The dispersing medium is in which the dispersed phase is to be mixed. In which the dispersed phase is mixed. Second point is it should always be in bigger quantity comparatively. So always the dispersed phase will be in a large quantity and the dispersing medium is in large quantity and dispersed phase in the smaller quantity. And these are the 2 main points of the dispersed phase and the dispersing medium. Now come up to the properties. First property is it is a heterogeneous mixture. It is a heterogeneous mixture because the solute particles and solvent particles, that in the case of solution, here the dispersed phase and the dispersing medium can be separated by the physical process. So this is a heterogeneous mixture. Second point is particles are too small to be seen by the naked eyes. Now here the dispersed phase, the particles of the dispersed phase is very small. It is smaller that it can't be seen by the naked eyes. In the case of suspension, we can easily see the particles by the naked eyes, but in the colloid, the particles are not seen. This is the main difference between the suspension and the colloid. Third point is colloids are big enough to scatter the beam of light passing through it and make its path visible. So this point is like in suspension, if we pass a beam of light through the colloid, we can get a visible path of light. Why? Because the particles are big enough to scatter the beam of light, and because of this scattering we can see the path of light. I can draw example over here. If we have two, this is a homogeneous and this is, we can say, heterogeneous, or we can say it a colloid directly. I am giving the example of colloid. So if we have something here, this is a homogeneous solution and this is a heterogeneous solution, or we can say the colloid, and here we have a source of light. Now if we pass the light through this solution, what will happen? In homogeneous mixture, or we can say solutions, there will be particles that are very, or we can say small, that are not seen by the visible eye. That's why they are not being able to scatter the beam of light and the path is not visible. But in the case of colloid, the particles are comparatively big enough to scatter the beam of light and the path of light should be visible. So this is the difference between the homogeneous solution and colloid. This is called a path of visible light. Next point is the solute particles do not settle down. When we are studying about the suspension, we saw that the solute particles settle down because they are big enough and they have some mass. But here in case of colloid, the particles are very small, so they have, I think the mass is negligible, and that's why they are not been able to settle down. And this is the reason the particles are not settled down in the case of colloids. Next point is it is a stable mixture. Same thing, because the particles are not settled down, the colloid will always be there in the kind of stable mixture. Next thing is the particle cannot be separated by filtration. Although we can say the particles are very minute and can't be visible by naked eye, but they are big enough to be separated by the filter paper. So they are not been able to separate by the filter paper, but a different physical method is used to separate the particles of the colloid. So this is the story of the properties and the colloid definition of the colloid. Now come up to the one more topic, Tyndall effect. The scattering of beam of visible light by the particles of the colloidal solution is known as Tyndall effect. So when we put the beam of light through the colloidal solution, there is a scattering of light, as I explained you earlier. So this scattering by the colloidal solution is called Tyndall effect. The well-known example of this Tyndall effect is, we can say, a dark room where we can see a beam of light visible, or we can say dark forest where we can see the Tyndall effect very easily. So if we have a dark room like this, very dark, there is no light, and if we have a source of light over here, and there is a hole over here, so we can say a beam of light here. This is path of. So if imagine a very dark room and there is a hole and some light source is coming from that hole inside the dark room, what we can see? We can see a fine sun rays type of light, that is called a path of light coming from that hole. And if we see it clearly, we can see the dust particles in that beam of light. What is that? The whole room is a colloid. the room is filled with the colloidal dust particles. That is, dust particles mixed with the air and that fill up the whole room. So if there is a colloid and a beam of light passing through that, the path of light is visible because the dust particles are scattering that beam of light, and that's why the path is visible. So this kind of effect is called Tyndall effect. In the same example, when we are going to the very dark forest where very huge trees and covering all the sky, so what will happen? All the environment around is full of the fog or mist. We can say water particles mix with the air particles and make a layer around. And when sun rays is anyhow passing through the forest leaves and coming down, we can say some beam of light. We have no visible full day type scene. We have some rays of lights in between that dark forest. This is called a Tyndall effect. So this is the whole story about colloidal solution, its properties and Tyndall effect. Hope you guys understand. If you have doubt, you can ask me by writing a comment. Till then, happy learning. Thank you.